Hello, welcome to the Armenian Museum of America. I'm Gary Lind-Sinanian, the curator, and I'd like to share another one of the pieces from our collection with you today. The Armenian Church has 5 great feast days: Christmas, Easter, Vartavar, the Assumption, and the Feast of the Holy Cross. And on each of these days is a day of great celebration in the church. The day after the celebration is merelotz, a memorial day, which the family will go to a cemetery to dine with their ancestors and to include everybody in the family, both those with us today and those who are sleeping with Christ, the departed, and they all join together. It's a very solemn occasion. And this is a painting by Armenian, but we don't know who Armenian is, but this is very typical of a merelotz, and this is showing the day after Easter. And so the family has gone to the cemetery, and the deer high is here with Easter eggs, blessing them. And on day of merelotz, the priests and the deacons of the church are kept very busy because they're running from family to family at all the various cemeteries in order to do the blessings at all of these occasions. For the family, this is a family gathered around. It's typical Armenian. There's supposed to be a day of quiet reflection, but the work never stops, especially for the women. And you can see the women on the outside here cooking the food and prepping it. And there are people here. Women are praying at graves of ancestors. And the men, of course, are relaxing. And the men are sitting down in front of the graves. They're having dinner. And these are all typical activities of merelotz. And also down here, you see these sheep. And all these sheep are decorated with flowers on them. And this one is being laid out on top of a gravestone to be sacrificed. Because the day of merelotz is, like I said, is a solemn day. And it's a day to remind oneself. And remind oneself of sacrifice. You will sacrifice things of course, for God. Show the sacrifices you make for your own family. And also a day of community. And that the food that's cooked is then given out both to the family and to the poor. For an American or modern Armenian, you might say this is very archaic, the sacrifice of the animals. But this is very typical in most of the world. This is how you prepare food, is you kill the animal in order to eat. You don't get it all nice wrapped in saran wrap at a supermarket. And this is the actual activities that are going at an occasion like this. But this is a very typical traditional merelotz that would be done in the old country. And we're very happy to share this with you. The Armenian Museum is here to share our stories, our history, our culture with you. We thank you for joining us. We thank Michelle Collegian, the president of the board of the museum, for making this series of talks about the artifacts in the collection possible. And until next time, stay safe.